Al Larson first came to the great state of Idaho at the age of 3, but he didn't quite settle in right away. His stepdad was a pastor, so his family moved around a lot. For example, in second grade, he attended 4 separate schools, and by the time he hit junior high, well, the family finally made Idaho his home. And maybe he learned how to be comfortable with all that moving around, and maybe that's the reason he found a passion in a species with a mobile lifestyle that kind of matched his early years, the mountain bluebird. But there's certainly 2 reasons Al Larson became known as Idaho's Bluebird Man: his care for conservation of the bluebird and his longevity in doing it, which is fitting since today Al is celebrating 99 years after he first stepped foot in the gem state. We first met Al Larson in July of 1992.
They call him the Bluebird Man.
We've got 4 baby mountain bluebirds about 5 days old.
Then he was 68 and checking in on his many bluebird boxes across southwestern Idaho.
At this age, I just leave them alone. They're kind of small to put a band on.
And today,
I kept track of everything that happened in all the boxes.
Al still remembers how many birds he banded.
All told, I think it's around 31,400 bluebirds that I put bands on. I got to be known as the Bluebird Man.
Do you like that?
Oh, I don't mind it. Yeah, people still call me the Bluebird Man.
Al's interest in photography feathered into his interest in Idaho state bird in 1978, when he lived near Idaho City.
I was out for a walk when I noticed a bluebird going into a natural cavity in a tree. Thought, well, if I could put up a box like they have back east, I could have a captive bird that I could take pictures of. And so I started putting boxes up.
Do you know how many you put up, like over your lifetime?
Oh, I must have. It's close to 360.
Al records when each nest is built, tallies the eggs, how many of them hatch, and the number of bluebird young that fledge from the nest.
Al says he once had bluebird boxes in 6 different Idaho counties, and he would check them all when he was well into his 90s. When was the last time you were out checking boxes?
About 3 years ago.
I can tell you almost
For decades, time and age,
given a little measurement here,
was just about numbers for Al.
that's about 49 millimeters. These guys are about 12 days old.
But this day,
Today is my birthday, 102.
it's a big number.
I tell people that I finished my first century and I'm working on my second.
Mobility may become an issue in your second century,
Thousands and thousands of birds have seen me go by.
but that hasn't kept Al from seeing his birds.
And right now, I have windows on my bedroom where I spend most of my time, with feeders right outside the window. So I've got birds coming in to visit me all day. So I think, well, I've got my friends coming up to see me anyhow, but bird friends. I'm in the cage and they're outside.
As for the legacy he built with the mountain and western bluebirds,
I guess I like bluebirds, to work with bluebirds because they accept me. They accept people probably more than a lot of the other songbirds do.
it's always been about helping.
And I can help them. It just seems like I'm reaching out and helping somebody in need. I think it helps a person realize his place in life if he gets close to these birds, other wildlife, and see how they live. And if you help them out, then you have a more direct part in it.
And that hasn't changed for Al 34 years later. What do you want people to know about what you've done for those decades?
Well, learn more about nature. Get out and see the birds, see the animals, see the flowers. Learn everything you can about nature.
Al's efforts have certainly not gone unnoticed. He was the subject of an Emmy-nominated documentary a few years ago. And according to the American Breeding Bird Survey, the mountain bluebird population has declined a bit, but has remained relatively steady since 1966 and 2019. As for who is checking his bird boxes these days, Al told us the man who used to drive him around to check those boxes during the last 3 years or so, that he was able to do it, well, he's going to take over some of them. Try to check on them a couple times a year to make sure they're still up and working. But he isn't collecting data or banding birds like Al did. For some perspective, Al says he used to go out there every 10 days to check on his boxes. Al Larson is also a surviving World War II veteran. He served 3 years with the Marine Corps Signal Battalion in the Pacific Theater, and he's celebrating his 102nd birthday in Cascade. Happy birthday, Al.